Question 23. Why must the Redeemer be truly God? Now I'm going to read the full answer. Again, if you've been following along in the book or on the app, there is the shorter answer for kids that we've kind of been focusing on in these videos to keep them shorter. And then there's the full, longer answer. The answer for question 23. That because of his divine nature, his obedience and suffering would be perfect and effective. And also, that he would be able to bear the righteous anger of God against sin and yet overcome death. Now the first part, the children's answer is that because of his divine nature, his obedience and suffering would be perfect and effective. And this is super important that we understand that while Christ lived that life of perfect active and passive obedience with regards to his human nature, his divine nature also provided this safety net, as it were. That this was the plan of God. It would not be thwarted. It would not fail. It would empower Christ to overcome so that God would be victorious in rescuing his people from sin. But on the full answer, we see here a very important part with regards to his work on the cross. It says, and also that he would be able to bear the righteous anger of God against sin and yet overcome death. And why this matters is because if we talk about an infinitely holy God, and the penalty for sinning against that infinite God is an infinite amount of wrath, only the divine nature of God himself could bear that penalty. A mere man, perfectly human, only human, would not be able to endure the infinite wrath of God for himself, let alone for a multitude of people. But we see that perfect union of divine and human nature perfectly accomplishing on the cross that perfect substitutionary work. And it's because Jesus was both truly God and truly man. So question 23, why must the Redeemer be truly God? Answer, that because of his divine nature, his obedience and suffering would be perfect and effective, and also that he would be able to bear the righteous anger of God against sin and yet overcome death.